Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NHL hockey previews and predictions today for Wednesday. It is October 11th. Hope you have yourself a good start to your Wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner. All right, Connor Bedard made his NHL debut last night in a 4-2 victory over the Pittsburgh Penguins. We had the Chicago Blackhawks yesterday on the run line, or the puck line. Yeah, run line's for baseball, Ron, and the puck line is for hockey. And today, speaking of hockey, the Boston Bruins are going to send probably a Linus Ullmark to the between the pipes. I got to get out of this baseball mode. I'm still in baseball playoff mode. Linus Ullmark against Arvid Soderblom of the Chicago Blackhawks. And you know what? Peter Mrazek played very well for the Chicago Blackhawks last night. If he can stay healthy, Chicago, obviously their goal is to make the playoffs. But what I saw from Connor Bedard last night, you know what? Rookie, 18 years old, playing up against Sidney Crosby and an older veteran Pittsburgh Penguin team. I thought he got better as the game went on. So looking forward to watch more Chicago Blackhawks game this season. Now the bookmakers making the Boston Bruins a minus 323 favorite, 6.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Boston Bruins here. 3.04 to 2.66, the over-under, landing on 5.77. And I was curious this morning on the how teams did in the NHL coming off back-to-back games. Now, if you go to the Raymond Report and you go to your super database and you go to NHL, and I wanted to see how the Chicago or any NHL team last season on the road coming off back-to-back games like the Chicago Blackhawks did last night. The record's not that great. I thought it would be a little bit better than it was. But going back to 2022, not 2021, let's go to 2022. You can see the away teams 38-44, and look at the puck line, 41-41. So not a great record. I thought it was a little better, but it's not that great. Now the chance of winning today for the Boston Bruins at 55.7% compared to 40.7% for the Chicago Blackhawks. Kogo was at 50%. And if you look at the history between the Chicago Blackhawks and the Boston Bruins, well, the Bruins are 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, 6-3-1 to the over. And when Chicago travels to TD Gardens in Boston, they are 4-6 straight up and against the puck line, 7-2-1 to the over. And that's where I think I would lean towards the over tonight. You know what? Chicago played last night, traveled. Now they're going to face Boston Bruins opening night. It's going to be an electric building. I think the over is where you cash that ticket today in the game between Boston and the Chicago Blackhawks. All right, let's go to another Original Six matchup. Man, it's an Original Six showdown this evening. You got the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are going to probably send Ilya Samsonov against Jake Allen between the pipes. Minus 286 is the line, 6.5 is the total, and we're going to lean with the Buds here. 3.48 to 2.77, the over-under landing on 6.25, and looking at the chance of winning this game does favor Toronto at 60.08% compared to 37.04 for the Montreal Canadiens. And if you look at the history between these two teams, Montreal does not do well in Toronto. They are 3-7 in their last 10 games, 4-6 to the under. And if you look at the Toronto Maple Leafs, not a really great head-to-head meeting. It's an Original Six matchup. Toronto-Montreal, it's always, you're going to get the best from both these teams. And Toronto only 4-6 in their last 10 against the Habs, 3-7 to the under. I think that's where I might be leaning in that game. I still got a little bit more homework to do, but if I was to play that game, I don't think I'm going to touch this game here tonight. If I did, it'd probably go under the total. All right, Colorado taking on the Los Angeles Kings. Now the Kings tonight probably going to send Cam Talbot between the pipes against Alexander Georgiev of the Colorado Avalanche. Now the Avs, a 120 chalk in this one, 6.5 is the total. And on the computer pick, we're going to lean with Colorado, 3.53 to 2.51, the over-under at 6.04. So we do have this game staying under total. Looking at Colorado in their last 10 games in Los Angeles, pretty good. 8-2 straight up, 3-7 to the under, but only 3-7 on the puck line. That's interesting. That tells you a lot of one-goal games, right? So if you look at Colorado, 8-2 in LA against the King, but on the puck line, 3-7. So that tells me a lot of one-goal games. And for LA, yeah, they don't do well against the Avs. 2-8 in their last 10, 5-5 on the puck line, 6-4 when it comes to the over-under. I would probably lean on the puck line with the LA Kings in this one tonight against Colorado. All right, let's go to Vancouver, where the Vancouver Canucks are going to send Thatcher Demko against Stuart Skinner and the Edmonton Oilers. A lot of big things expected from the Oilers this year. We'll see if McDavid brings his A game to Vancouver this evening in British Columbia. Minus 159 is the line, 6.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with Edmonton here, 3.6 to 3.1, the over-under, landing on 6.76. So we do anticipate a lot of goals being scored here tonight. Edmonton, a 50.8% chance of winning, compared to 37.1 for the Vancouver Canucks. And if you look at the last 10 head-to-head meetings between these two teams, Edmonton 8-2 in Vancouver, last 10, 3-7 to the under, while the Vancouver Canucks 3-7 and 4-6 to the under. But you know what? I'm going to lean with McDavid and company. Give me Edmonton minus 159 here this evening. All right, let's go to Calgary, another Canadian matchup. I think all 6 Canadian teams are in action tonight. You got the Calgary Flames, probably going to send Jacob Markstrom against Connor Hellebuck of the Winnipeg Jets. Hellebuck with a new contract. Minus 127 is the line, 6.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with Calgary in this one, 3.8 to 2.68. The over-under landing on 6.48. So we do like this game to stay under the total. Looking at the chance of winning this game straight up, does favor Calgary at 64.4% compared to 30.4% for the Winnipeg Jets. Winnipeg in their last 10 head-to-head meetings in Calgary, not bad. 5-5 straight up, 7-3 on the puck line, 3-7 to the under, while Calgary is only 4-6 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings, either in Winnipeg or Calgary, and only 3-7 on the puck line. You know what? I'm going to lean with Hellebuck here and give me the Winnipeg Jets on the puck line tonight against Calgary. And your final game of the evening is a game involved where I live here in Ottawa, where the Carolina Hurricanes really have the Ottawa Senators number, but this is a different Sens team this year. They had a pretty good regular preseason record. I think they went like 6-2, something like that. Minus 179 is the line, 6.5 is the total. And the computer pick going to lean with the Carolina Hurricanes, 3.73, 2.81, the over-under at 6.54. So we do have this game going over the total, and the Ottawa Senators' chance of winning 29.4% compared to 54.5% for Carolina. And the one thing with the Senators in Carolina, Ottawa does not do well in Carolina. In fact, they're only 2-8 in their last 10, 2-8 to the under, while the Carolina Hurricanes in the last 10 head-to-head meetings with the Sens, 5-5, 3-7 on the puck line, 2-8 when it comes to the over-under. So a little bit of history of these games going low scoring. To be honest with you guys, if I were to play this game here tonight, I'm leaning towards the over, but this the history tells me that we shouldn't touch this game. So you know what? If my rule of thumb is this: when in doubt, you get out. You don't touch that game. I think this is the only game in the board here tonight I'm not going to touch, and that's because the game Ottawa does not do well in Carolina, and you can see from the history a lot of low-scoring games. And you know what? It's night number 2. Let's not get crazy here, and let's save some money for another rainy night. So there you have it. I think I got through all the games here. Chicago, Vancouver. There you go. And hopefully you guys have a nice winning night. Speaking of winning night, I think we went 3-0 yesterday. And folks, you can always get my top plays each and every day right here, atsstats.com. Cheers.